Good morning, all. Our topic is Ubuntu 18.04 LTS desktop operating system for libraries. Myself, Pradeep Bachchav, librarian, Agasti Arts, Commerce, and Dadasaheb Rupoti Science College, Akole. Okay, let's start. Content of this presentation is how to download Ubuntu 18.04 LTS desktop image. Then hardware requirements for Ubuntu 18.04 LTS desktop. That means what type of hardware do we need to install Ubuntu. Then we will see how to create bootable USB stick of Ubuntu 18.04 LTS by using Rufus software. Then installation of VirtualBox. We are going to use VirtualBox, Oracle VirtualBox to install Ubuntu. Then we will see installation of Ubuntu 18.04 LTS on virtual machine, and in last we will see how Ubuntu applications are helpful in libraries. Okay, download Ubuntu 18.04 LTS desktop image. Okay, official website of Ubuntu. You need to visit https://releases.ubuntu.com/18.04. Let's check how this website looks like. Okay, I'm going to click on this link. Let me share you another screen. This is the official website of Ubuntu 18.04 LTS, Bionic Beaver. Bionic Beaver is the code name of Ubuntu 18.04. For libraries, we need to install desktop image, so we can get a set of applications for graphical use purpose. There are two options available for download. One is desktop image, another one is server install image. Server install image is the useful for installing web servers like Koha, DSpace, WordPress, etc. Desktop image is useful for installing graphical applications of Ubuntu, that is LibreOffice, glabels. You can control your Ubuntu by using mouse and keyboard and by graphical interface. Yeah, for downloading, you just need to click on this link, 64-bit PC AMD desktop image. Let's click this image, this link. Okay, another window opens. Okay, you just need to click on save file and click on OK. Your Ubuntu starts downloading, and it will take time according to your speed of your internet. File size is 2 GB. Okay, I have already downloaded it, so I'm going to skip it. Okay, let's continue our PowerPoint. Okay, in this way you can download Ubuntu. You will get ISO file of Ubuntu. Sorry, you will get ISO file of Ubuntu 18.04 LTS desktop image. Okay, I have added explanation in presentation also. You need to visit releases.ubuntu.com 18.04, and then you need to click download desktop image. Click this link, 64-bit PC AMD 64 desktop image. You just need to click this link. Okay, then you need to click on save file, then click OK. You will get Ubuntu 18.04 desktop image. You need to find that file in download section of browser. Okay, then what type of hardware do we need to install Ubuntu 18.04 LTS desktop? Let's see. Okay, hardware requirements for Ubuntu 18.04 LTS desktop edition. We need at least these hardware requirements are minimum: 2 GHz dual core processor, 4 GB of RAM, random access memory, that is system memory, at least 25 GB hard disk space, VGA capable of 1024 by 768 screen resolution, CD DVD drive or USB port for installation, and internet access to upgrade and update. You can get more information about hardware requirements by visiting this link, help.ubuntu.com/community/installation/system requirements. Okay. How do you come to know that your PC is capable of running Ubuntu or not? If you are using Windows 10, then just right click on this PC option icon and click properties. Okay. On Windows 10 PC, right click on this PC icon and click properties to see hardware information of your computer. You will get hardware information of your computer in this section. Let's see, processor is Intel Core i5, 8 GB of RAM, 64-bit operating system has been installed on this machine. Okay, in this way you can check hardware requirements. Okay, then you have downloaded Ubuntu 18.04 ISO file. You have compatible hardware to install Ubuntu. Then you need to create USB bootable USB stick, or you need to create a bootable DVD CD DVD drive to install Ubuntu. Let's check how to create a bootable USB stick of Ubuntu 18.04 LTS by using Rufus software. Rufus is the utility to create bootable drives. Okay, please note when to use Rufus. You could only need to use Rufus utility in case you are going to install Ubuntu by formatting brand new PC or completely erase your old PC with Ubuntu by using bootable media, that is bootable USB stick or bootable CD DVD. Once you create bootable media, you need to change your machine's BIOS setting to boot from USB or boot from CD DVD drive. It will start installing Ubuntu from bootable media. In this presentation, we are using Oracle VirtualBox to install Ubuntu. In this case, we need not to create bootable USB stick or CD DVD to format a virtual machine. We are directly going to use downloaded ISO file of Ubuntu 18.04 LTS desktop image. Please note, take backup of data before using bootable media to format your machine. It may completely erase your earlier data, so please make sure that you have taken backup of your earlier data if you are going to install Ubuntu on your old PC. If you are going to install Ubuntu on VirtualBox, please keep these steps and follow next instructions given in the next steps. Okay, let's see how to install bootable drive of Ubuntu, how to create. Visit sourceforge.net projects/rufus.mirror. Let's see how this website looks like. Just click on this link. Okay, let me share you new screen. Okay, this is the website sourceforge.net. You will get Rufus utility to create bootable USB flash drives. You just need to click on download button. It is a very small software. Rufus is a standalone app designed to format, create bootable drives for large variety of ISOs. Application size is only 1 MB. Okay, just click on download. Okay, your download will start shortly. Okay, click on save file to complete download. Okay, it's completed. You just need to click on downloaded exe file. Click it to open Rufus. Okay, let me share you another screen. Okay, let me share you screen of Rufus. Okay, now Rufus screen is visible to you. You just need to attach blank pen drive of 8 GB or 16 GB to your computer, and then click on this device section. Okay, it will automatically select uh, attached pen drive. You just need to click on intended USB drive, and then you need to click on select button. Okay, and give address of ISO file you have downloaded in earlier step, that is Ubuntu 18.04.4 desktop AMD. This is ISO file we have downloaded earlier, and click on open. Okay, in boot selection, Ubuntu 18.04.4 desktop AMD 64.ISO is selected. Then you just need to click on start button to start creating bootable USB stick. It will take bootable media of Ubuntu. Okay, let me close this. Let's back to our presentation. Okay. Okay. I have already explained these steps in presentation also. You need to visit sourceforge.net. Okay. Then you need to click on download button and open your Rufus utility. Then steps are also explained in the PowerPoint. Attach blank USB drive, minimum 8 GB, to your PC. Open downloaded Rufus 3.10 exe file. Choose attach USB drive from device dropdown. Okay. Then you need to click on select and give path of Ubuntu ISO file. Then you need to click on start. Okay, in this way you can create bootable boot drive of Ubuntu. Okay, let's see installation of VirtualBox. Okay, visit www.virtualbox.org/wiki/download to download Oracle VM VirtualBox. Oracle uh, Oracle is the solution to create virtualization of your machine. You can virtualize your computer, your hardware, your PC or your server PC, and you can explore n number of operating systems simultaneously along with host operating system. For that, VirtualBox is plays important role. I have given direct download links of VirtualBox and its extension pack. You need to download these two files. Let me show you how its website looks like. Click on first website. Let me share you another screen. Okay, this is the official website of VirtualBox. I am using Windows 10 uh, on my laptop, so I need to download Windows host of VirtualBox platform packages. Current version is 6.1.10. Just click on Windows host. It will start downloading Oracle VirtualBox for Windows 10. Then you need to also download all supported platforms extension pack. In this way, you can download Oracle VirtualBox as well as all supported platforms extension pack. Let me share you another screen. I hope my another website is visible to you. That is www.askllibrarian.in. Let me show you how to install. I have created video on how to install Oracle VirtualBox on Windows 10. Just click on for librarians. You will get complete instructional video in this section. Oracle VirtualBox installation on Windows 10. Let me show you. Okay. By using this video, you can get idea about how to install VirtualBox on Windows 10. Okay. You may see this video later. Okay. Let me come back to PowerPoint. Okay. Or you can use these direct links to download Oracle VirtualBox 6.1.10 and its extension pack 6.1.10 extension pack. You just need to click these two links to download a package. Okay. These are the steps. Okay, you need to visit VirtualBox. Then you need to click on Windows host to download Oracle VirtualBox platform packages. And you also need to download its extension pack. Okay. I have given that video link here also. So you can get idea about how to install Oracle VirtualBox on Windows 10. Okay. Let's install Windows 18.04 LTS on virtual machine. Okay. For that, you need to start Oracle virtual machine on your PC. Okay. Then you need to click on new button. Click new. Then you need to give name of your virtual machine, that is Ubuntu 18.04 LTS, and enter name of enter machine name, for example Ubuntu 18.04. Click and then click next. Okay. Then allot memory to this virtual machine. I am going to allot 3072 MB, that is 3 GB, and then I am going to click on next button. Okay. Your virtual machine is ready to use. Okay. Let me show you practical demonstration of how to install, how to create virtual machine and how to install Ubuntu. For that, I am going to share my desktop screen. Okay. Okay. Just open Oracle VM VirtualBox. Okay. And click on new. Okay. Then you need to enter name of your virtual machine. I'm going to enter it as a Ubuntu 18.04 library. Okay. If you want to change machine folder, then you need to browse this button. It will automatically pick up type of operating system. Ubuntu is nothing but Linux, and we have downloaded 64-bit Ubuntu. If your hardware doesn't support 64-bit virtualization, then you need to download 32-bit version of Ubuntu. Okay. Then click next. Enter memory size. I'm going to enter it as a 3072 MB, that is 3 GB, and then click next. Click on create. Click next. Click dynamically allotted allocated and click next. You need to enter here virtual hard disk size of your machine. I'm going to enter it as a 30 GB. You may enter it as a 100 GB or 200 GB according to your needs. Click on create button. Okay, we have created a virtual machine. Let's start this machine. Okay. Okay. Then you need to this is the first time we are launching this machine, so we need to give bootable media to boot up this machine. Click on this folder like icon to choose virtual optical disk file. Okay, then click on add button. Go to your download directory or where you have downloaded your Ubuntu. I have downloaded Ubuntu in downloads folder. Click the ISO file and click on open button. Okay. Okay. Then click on the intended ISO attach the ISO file and click on choose button. Okay. It will pick bootable media. Okay. Let me choose. Let me show you the steps again. I'm going to share screen. Share. You need to start created a virtual machine. Just click start button. Okay. It has selected bootable media from Ubuntu 18.04 LTS ISO file, and it started booting up with by using that ISO file. Okay. Wait for some time. Yeah, you can use Oracle Virtual Machine to install even Windows also. Even you can try Android operating system on Windows also. Uh, you can install Oracle Virtual Machine on Linux platform also. Okay. Now our virtual machine is started booted up with Ubuntu 18.04 ISO, and you can choose language of your Ubuntu and click on install Ubuntu button to begin installation. Okay. For keyboard layout, we are in India. We are using English US keyboard layout. Just click on continue button. Okay. Let me tell you what is the difference between normal installation and minimal installation. Uh, if you want full utilities, web browser and office software, then you need to proceed with normal installation. And if you are going to use it as a server only for your Koha or DSpace, and you need not uh, on another utilities and office software and games and media players on that machine, then it will saves our disk space, and it will utilize less amount of our RAM. Then go with minimal installation. Okay, but in this case we are going to continue with normal installation. It will going to install web browser also, utilities of Ubuntu also, then office softwares, that is LibreOffice comes with Ubuntu 18.04, and some games and media players also. Okay, if you want to update your Ubuntu while installing, then you need to tick this button. If you click on install third party software for graphics and Wi-Fi hardware and added media, then you need to tick this checkbox. Okay, I'm going to click it as a normal installation, and I want to update download updates while installing Ubuntu. Okay, just click on continue. Okay, let me tell you these options. If you are beginner with Ubuntu, then you need to erase disk and install Ubuntu. Use this option. Warning: this will delete all your programs, documents, photos, or any files on your all operating systems. If you are going to install it on your old PC, that's why I have tell you you need to take backup before installing Ubuntu. In this case, we are using virtual machine. It will not disturb. It will not going to disturb our host operating system. And I want to erase disk and install Ubuntu. If you click something else and then continue, then in this case you can create a new partition by using new partition table. I'm going to click back. Okay, normal installation, continue. Then I'm going to click this erase disk and install Ubuntu. I want to erase everything on my virtual machine and want fresh installation copy of Ubuntu. Okay, just click on installation, install now. Okay, it will ask permission to write changes on disk. I'm going to click on continue. Okay. Okay. Now you need to click on your time zone, that is India. Our default time zone is the Kolkata. Click on India map and click on continue button. In these steps, you need to explain your name. I'm going to enter it as a librarian. Okay. This is your computer's name, that is Librarians VirtualBox. Then pick a username. I'm going to use librarian as a username and enter your password. That is, I'm going to enter library123. Library123. You need to create a strong password for your Ubuntu. I'm going to click it on login automatically, so it can starts in normal way when I boot my Ubuntu. Just click on continue button. Okay. Okay, this is the welcome screen of Ubuntu installation, and if you click this arrow, then you will get some interface like this. It is copying files from bootable media to system memory for installation. If you click next button of welcome screen, you will get information, find even more about software. This is the Ubuntu software interface. Okay. This screen is telling about music player, then photo manager, then Ubuntu includes Firefox, the web browser used by millions of people around the world. Firefox is the default browser of Ubuntu. You can also install Flash and Chromium. Everything you need for the office, that is complete office suite. LibreOffice comes with Ubuntu 18.04. LibreOffice is a free office suite packed with everything you need to create documents, spreadsheets, presentations compatible with Microsoft Office file formats. That means if you have created some document file, that is a Word file, in Office, MS Office, then you can edit it, open it in LibreOffice also. It gives you all the features you need without price tag. It is the open source option. Okay, access for everyone. You can customize appearance of Ubuntu. Okay. Uh, for completing this process, you may need to wait for 30 minutes to 45 minutes or to 1 hour. It is depending upon your speed of your hardware. Okay, let me stop share. Tips on presentation. Okay, you need to start Oracle virtual machine on your PC. Then you need to click on new button. Then you need to name your operating system. Okay, then you need to allot memory size. Then you need to start your virtual machine. You need to select startup disk, that is downloaded Ubuntu ISO file. Okay, this is the procedure to add bootable media. Okay, then you need to click on install Ubuntu. You need to pick keyboard layout. By default, keyboard layout is English US. Click on continue. Go with normal installation. Click continue. Erase disk and install Ubuntu and click on install now. Pick your location, that is India map. Click on continue. Enter your user details and click on continue. This is the welcome screen of Ubuntu installation. See the installation process until it completes. Okay. Once it completes, it will show you this message: installation complete. Installation is complete, and you need to restart your computer in order to use new installation. Click on restart now button. This screen appears. You need to remove installation media. In this case, we have using virtualization. You just need to click on enter button. Just press enter button to restart this machine. Okay. Once it restarts, it will looks like this. This is the interface, first interface of your newly installed Ubuntu 18.04 LTS. Okay. Ubuntu 18.04 LTS is ready to use in your office library. For shutdown, you can find shutdown button in this section. Okay. Let us check our installation completed or not. Okay. Okay. Our installation is successfully completed. Installation is complete. You need to restart your computer in order to use this new installation. Click restart now. Okay, it will restart machine. Press enter. Let me explain you some important and useful applications of Ubuntu. Okay, introduction to Ubuntu applications. You need to click on these application dots, 9 dots of application. That is the show application button in Ubuntu. Log into your Ubuntu by using your username and password. Click 9 dots. Okay, this is the interface of Ubuntu, and you need to click on 9 dots, and this is the application page, show application page. These are the default applications, comes with default installation of Ubuntu. Okay, Ubuntu show application button. This is the Ubuntu show application button. Okay, you can search intended application. Terminal is the, you can type and search application, for example terminal. Okay, this is the terminal interface. Okay, terminal is the command line tool to administer Ubuntu. Okay, to log in with super user, that is administrator user or admin, you need to type sudo su and you need to press enter. It will ask password for your user. You need to enter password, but it is invisible while typing, and then you need to click enter. Then prompt will change from dollar to hash. It means current user is root user, that is super user, and could do all administration of Ubuntu. If you have rights of super user on your machine, then you can terminal user or super user can install software and delete, edit, change permissions of files, folders, updates, upgrade Ubuntu repositories, and install software. Type exit to exit from root login. Okay, to update Ubuntu, you need to just type sudo apt get update and press enter. It will ask you password, and just enter password and click enter. This step will update Ubuntu. Next step is to upgrade Ubuntu, type sudo apt get upgrade, press enter. It will ask for permission for using this space. Just press on Y, just press Y, capital or small, and click enter. Internet access is mandatory to update and upgrade Ubuntu. Okay, librarian can install Koha, DSpace, WordPress, Moodle, Drupal, Joomla, LAMP, n number of softwares and other useful library softwares by using set of commands given on their respective websites, wikis, forums. Many blogs written by librarian could help you in installing these applications. Installation of these and other packages useful for libraries. User need to execute commands in terminal. To close terminal, type exit and press enter. Okay. Then another important web application, Ubuntu application, is the Firefox. Firefox is the default browser of Ubuntu 18.04, which is the most popular in worldwide. Again, open source, developed by Mozilla Foundation and its subsidiary Mozilla Foundation. Okay. Okay. By mistake, I have entered 2 times Mozilla Foundation and subsidiary Mozilla Foundation. Okay. Another important web, another important Ubuntu application, that is Thunderbird Mail. It is again free and open source cross-platform email client like Outlook, but Outlook is a proprietary product of Microsoft. It is the email client, news client, RSS, and chat client. Thunderbird Mail, again developed by Mozilla Foundation, easy to set up and customize. Librarians can set up their email accounts in it. Okay, let's see how to use Thunderbird Mail. You need to enter name, enter email address of user or library, enter password of email ID, and click continue button. It will automatically do rest of the things according to your domain. I'm going to use Gmail to set up with Thunderbird Mail. That's why it is configuring IMAP and SMTP automatically. But you have custom email address of your library or yourself. Then you can use manual config to config email account. Okay. Then it will take to page of browser based authentication of Gmail to confirm the user. Click next, enter email address and click next. Then in next screen you need to enter password. Then it will take you to page of browser based authentication to confirm user. Click next and enter password of email account again. Allow Mozilla Thunderbird email to access Google account. Click on allow button. Okay. Then another important Ubuntu application, that is files. Like Windows Explorer, files is there in Ubuntu 18.04. User can browse files and folders on Ubuntu machine by using files option. Okay. Then Ubuntu Software Center is the very good center to install Ubuntu softwares available in Ubuntu software packages. Ubuntu software allows user to install software available in Ubuntu software without using terminal. Librarians can install many useful tools for library work. Okay. There are simple screen recorder, VLC, Audacity, and many useful tools are available to install in Ubuntu 18.04 LTS by using Ubuntu software under audio and video category. Okay. Then there are number of QR code generator softwares are available under Ubuntu software. Okay. Under graphics and photography category. Librarians can create QR codes by using these softwares. Okay. Okay. Next, SSH. You can install remote access softwares by using Ubuntu softwares. Remina is there. Even OpenSSH is also there. PuTTY is also included under Ubuntu software to take remote access of another machines. It works like Remina works like remote desktop applications. Okay, Telegram desktop is also available under Ubuntu softwares. Most popular social media app on Android platform. Telegram is also available to install in Ubuntu software to use it in desktop environment. Click on install button to install Telegram desktop. Enter password of root user to authenticate installation. Okay, you need to enter root password and click on authenticate to install Telegram or any other Ubuntu application. glabels is the good software for creating barcodes and spine labels in libraries. You can create templates of spine labels and barcodes by using glabels. Okay, Calibri is the one-stop solution to manage ebooks. That is ebook management software. It is also available under Ubuntu software category. Calibri is the useful for converting format of ebooks, that is EPUB to PDF, PDF to EPUB, or any other formats of ebooks. Calibri is capable to send ebooks to e-book readers devices. Uh, it comes with inbuilt content server, so library can share collection of ebooks to users e-book readers. Can be helpful in downloading news in ebook formats. There are thousands of sources available under Calibre. You can create e-newspaper clippings by using Calibre software. Okay. Uh, Most handy and most useful Ubuntu application, that is LibreOffice package. LibreOffice is the free office suite available in Ubuntu 18.04 LTS. LibreOffice is compatible with .doc, .docx, XLS, PPT, PPTX. It is updated regularly and community powered office suite. You can open your document file created on your Windows machine, and by using Microsoft Office, you can open the document files even in LibreOffice, that is compatible with MS Office also. Okay. Another applications useful for libraries and librarians. They are Koa is the open source integrated library management software. Then DSpace is the open source repository software. WhoFind is discovery tool. WordPress is the content management, popular content management software. Drupal is there, Joomla is there. Moodle learning management software is there. You can install much more useful softwares for libraries by using Ubuntu 18.04. Thank you.